Went through the furnace, through my kitchen drawer.
Precious Shaw was able to replace her door, but the damage left behind by the shooting can still be seen throughout her apartment. On January 10th, she and her 2 little girls were getting ready for bed when they heard a knock on the door. Her 9-year-old got up to see who it was.
She said, "Who is it? Who is it?" By the 3rd time when she said, "Who is it?" I jumped up. I'm walking out my room. "Who is it? Why? Who is it at my door?" Not saying nothing. That's exactly what I said.
No one answered.
I looked out. The people just like this. As soon as I planted my feet back on the ground, I was being shot through the door. And once I was hit, I pushed my 18-month-old daughter that way. My 9-year-old daughter was here in shock. She was, "Mama, somebody shot you." I thought she was going to pass out because she was going crazy, you know. I said, Journey, I need you to calm down. I need you to walk in over here, go downstairs, call the ambulance for me.
Shaw's 9-year-old called 911. She was shot 3 times. Shaw spent 4 days in the hospital fighting for her life with a collapsed lung, broken ribs, and lacerations.
Grateful to be alive. Definitely happy that it was me and not my kids, because my kids were just feet away in the hallway.
On February 4th, during a press conference, Austin police urged witnesses to come forward, saying surveillance video caught a group of people hanging outside Elm Ridge Apartments that night just before the shooting. Shaw's case sounded eerily similar to the shooting that happened nearly a year ago, injuring one woman's 10-month-old grandson. Rebecca remembers the call she received February 24th, 2019 vividly.
My grandson had been shot, and then I needed to get to the hospital. It was absolutely awful. It was. I think, in all my life, I believe that was the worst phone call I've ever received. When I read the story about the situation that occurred, in January, everything was so familiar.
Rebecca's grandson was sitting on the couch when someone knocked on the door and began shooting. Her grandson was shot twice, spent 2.5 weeks in the hospital, and has made a miraculous recovery.
He is great. He's given what he's been through, I always say he's fearless. And he loves to play. He loves to run. I mean, it's amazing to, think back of where he was, almost a year ago.
No one has been arrested in this case either. Rebecca says the 2 incidents may not be related, but the pain and the fear has left both families searching for witnesses.
Just give us something, help our detectives, figure this out before it happens to maybe even their family.